The NFL on EA Sports has moved across the Atlantic to the capital city of London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here in London. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Go, get out there, get out there. 48, come on. It's our time. It's our time. Hey, alert 3. Check 26, check 26. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Push him back. Push him back. Done.
A first down carry by Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And down to the 19-yard line. 36 yards on the play. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Pick it up. Stay open. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Here we go, 47. 57, Mike, 57. Man, I got you. 57 to Mike. 26.
Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5. On second down, Ingram. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On second down now, it's Ingram. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, I guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This is Elliott. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Cowboys 7, Ravens 0.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go, get out there, get out there. 57's right. I'm coming for you. You mine. Watch the safety creep. Check 24, check 24.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. 14 yards. Good for a Cowboy first down.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, 47. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. 57. Right. Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. 3 down. Gun.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by Marr is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
3rd and 7.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 35-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Right. Under. 57's right. Ready?
On 2nd down, Elliott. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
That's where you belong.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's get it.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Hey, kill. 47. Hey, watch it. Shoot.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Undercut.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The end result, 21 yards.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Go to base. Zoom. Right, 54. Don't let it breathe.
And Jackson throwing once more. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Antoine Woods breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Don't get nervous.
Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Elliott. Uses the stiff arm. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Jackson now. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for 26 and a first down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
54, right there, 54.
Now Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Go. Get out there. Here we go. Go to 54. Line.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. That would carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Line 36. Gun. Ringo. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. You can't. Ringo 46. Line 36. Line 36. All right, T. Let's go. All right, T. 26.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Michael Bannon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check nine, check nine. Check nil.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth. Again, it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Rip left, rip left. 57, Mike, 57. Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
3rd and long for Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Tomoda Peko racks up the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Thomas. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jackson now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I got you. Get him. Under.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Go. Get out there. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Here we go, 47. Check, 48's the Mike. Short. 48's the Mike. Here we go. Go to 54. Line. Mike, I'm trying to collect. 26.
Here's Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's all to Waller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Good. Check. 48's the Mike. Here we go, 46. Here we go. 48. Hey, kill. 47. Mike, 48. I'm going to come back to you.
Here's Prescott. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Let's go, D. He's coming. We got double up. Watch that. Check Mike 54. Right here. Check 31.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the fourth quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson forced out to his left. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Anthony Brown on the tackle.
Right there.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. This is caught.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, D.
To throw is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50, the 40. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47. Check 24. Check 24.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Marr on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Antoine Woods able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Now a desperation. And this will be caught at the 30. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10.
Watch it.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Jackson. And this will be caught by Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. One last shot for Jackson. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say cheerio from London.